what do we want to work on today? A little heat treating. Huh? Already live, dang. Take this to the belt sander. Sorry if someone pops in real quick. You're going to hear a lot of noise. It's going to be very loud. I just need to be able to see this metal. Sorry for the noise. 3, 2, 1. Loud noise. Headphone warning. Sorry for the noise, everyone. It is hot. It will work. Ew. Let's see. Sorry, anyone who's watching and had to hear that. A little unprepared. Kind of had an idea of what I wanted to do today, but anyone there? Oh, 4 people here. Hello. Welcome. Sorry about the noise. Hey there. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. Oh, it's Inta. Welcome. So we're going to do on this little carver knife I heat treated the other day. We're going to do a little bit of heat treating on this. A little bit of tempering. Just to make sure it does not crack when I'm using it. Merry Christmas, everyone. Doing good. Hey, man, how's Christmas going? I'm stuffed. Oh, man, so many people are talking. Let's see. Hey, man, how's your Christmas going? I'm stuffed. Can't get off the couch. Mine's not going... not going too great here. I wasn't going to do a live stream. I'm going to shut this gas off, tell you guys a little story time. There's not much story time. My son's not feeling well. He's got a low-grade fever, and my wife's family's sick, and my mom's a little immunocompromised, so we can't have her over. Don't want her to get sick, so we're pretty much all my Christmas plans fell through. My wife and I have already given all our presents to each other, so it's a little, we're just kind of sitting at home, not doing much today. We didn't even really plan on making like a big dinner or anything, so not much going on, but I figured while the kids are napping, come out here and do that. Do I work the D2? No, I do not. I usually work with 1095. What are you making? I'm going to do a little heat treat on this knife. Going to temper it. Merry Christmas, everyone. Well, I hope it gets better. Me too. What are you making? Yeah, I'm going to... I don't celebrate Christmas. I'm in Islam, by the way. Okay, cool. To each their own. Hope everyone feels better. Maybe New Year celebration. What did I get for Christmas? My wife gave me a chisel set for carving wood. And that's just about all I've gotten so far. But yeah, we're gonna heat treat this with a blowtorch, do a little differential hardening on it. Hope he'll get better soon. Wish your loved ones the best. Thank you. Hello from Australia. Thank you. Hello from America. Merry Christmas, everyone. So we're gonna temper this because I quenched this the other day on a live stream. I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see the colors a little better. Try to tilt it. So we're going to temper the end of it, and we're going to have that temperature move all the way down into the blade. You can kind of see That tip's already starting to get colors on it. A little piece of metal, so it's going to heat up quick. So we want that, I want it to stay kind of purple or blue on the tips, or on the tang. And we're going to move that color all the way down. I want a straw color, a dark straw color on the edge of the blade. And I want a nice straw color on the knife itself. Because what I'm doing is, now that this is hardened from the quench, from being hardened in the oil. Sorry guys, I can't really respond to the chat right now. I got to really pay attention to this. If I leave it hard, there's a chance it'll snap off, which actually just happened with my other carver I carved the same day as I forged this. See, we're starting to get that straw color in there now. Starting to creep into the blade. We kind of want like a bronze color. I'm just going to slowly heat it up very gently. We want that deep color like there, so I'm going to start coming from the other side. Try to get the tip. I'm just basically doing a couple little chores today, nothing too crazy. I'm really surprised there's just many people online today. See, I'm getting a blue back here in the back now, so I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, I did not bring my water. I have drinking water. We're going to sacrifice a little bit of the drinking water. Try to cool that off. Sorry, I'm off camera, guys. Kind of rest that color from coming through. It definitely got too hot, but that's okay. This blade's not going to be too... Oh, I'm burning my woodworking table. We're going to flip her around. We just want to get this tip, just the tip. There we go. We're just going to get that a bronze color. I'm going to dip it in my my drinking water here. Merry Christmas to everyone. Yeah, I'm really surprised there's this many people online today. Figured you guys would be all spending time with your families and stuff. So that color's coming in. Too hot. We're going to go ahead and quench that. I mostly, like I said, for a carving knife, I mean, now that I've overheated this, it's not going to hold an edge as well. See how it's got the blue and purples? We didn't want that. We wanted just that straw color right there. But we did okay. I mean, it'll be fine. I just have to sharpen it a little bit more often now as I'm working. Welcome, everyone. Peace from Germany. Hello. Family. Oh, sorry to hear that. So we're going to let this guy cool off. And we're going to put out the fire. Not really fire, but put out my bit of oak table that's... I burned a nice little burn mark in. I think we're going to... I've been making this knife. Let's see. I'm missing a bunch of chat. Sorry for that. Sorry about that, everyone. You look like Bray Wyatt. I don't know who that is. That's a new one. I haven't gotten that guy before. Hope he'll get better soon. Yeah, I hope my little man gets better too. Let's see. Hi from Poland. Hello from America. A lot of people from Poland. Jesus. Let's see. That's fine. Jesus is the first one. I'm a little too chunky to be Jesus, I think. Hi, I'm from Romania. Hello. Very cool. I think you're my first person from Romania I've ever seen on the chat. So I've been really carving. I want to make this really cool. See, I did the tempering on there too the other day. So I've been making this really primitive looking knife. I really love. I forged this on a live stream the other day. I really like the way this is coming out. I've just been carving it from a stick. But I've been making it. It's definitely different than my normal styles. You can see my finger wants to wrap around right here. So there's a nice little like well there. Oh, coyote hair all over. Finger wants to wrap there. So I've got two nice little spots. And then to hold the whole thing together, my hand kind of holds right there at the end. So I think we're going to cut this off in a little bit. But I want to continue shaping this. So we're just going to do a little bit of carving. We'll use one of my other knives that I've made to do some Do a little bit of the carving. Keep up with chat. Oh, thank you for the gift. Oh, that's a cool little cat thing. Bray Wyatt is an XWWE. Oh, man, I think I remember seeing him. I think I've seen him before. I'm not big into wrestling. I've had family members that are. So I got exposed to a lot of wrestling through that, but I'm not big on wrestling myself, but I think I have seen that guy before. Welcome, everyone. Nice ad there. Coyote hair just randomly on the handle. Sweet. I actually have a coyote pelt I got in a trade recently that I'm going to be making something out of. I thought about doing that for this live stream, but I need to get this done before, because this is all green wood. I need to get it done before the handle splits anymore. You can kind of see right there, there's like some cracks forming, which fine. It's fine. It's just kind of add to the aesthetics, because I want this to be kind of like a primitive looking, like almost like if a caveman had access to steel, kind of looking knife. Are you Bigfoot? That's funny. Crazy cat lady. Kitty. Let's see. Oh, nice ad there. Let's see. Want to hear something? Sure. Catalina Angel. Are you Bigfoot? I might be. My white cat was my favorite cat, but we needed to give him to someone else. Now we have a black and white cat. His name is Oreo. That's cute. Hi, welcome everyone. What about WhatsApp? Did you say you found me on WhatsApp? I don't want to thin this out too much because it's starting to come back in right there. I kind of like this profile. Interesting bio, by the way. How are you? How are you, gentlemen? Let's see. You seem like the only normal streamer on YouTube. Man, I get that so much. That's really sad because I'm kind of a weird guy. I mean, I guess my streams are pretty normal, but like, I don't know. I've got like a weird set of hobbies, and I don't know. But that's funny. Can I see the knife that you're using to carve with? Yeah, sure. Yeah, this is just something I made. I made it for like Viking Age reenactment. It's got a through tang. If it'll focus. Cover my face. There we go. Yeah, but it's got a nice walnut handle. Yeah, just hand forged by me. It's a nice little Puko style knife. Can I please tell you something sad, please? Sure, go ahead. What's your favorite hobby? Ooh, that's a tough one because I have a lot. Let's see. Wow, you guys are chatting a lot today. Appreciate all the gifts. Thank you. Let's see, Rodriguez. Sealed teal. Sorry if I said that wrong. Hey, when I play blackjack, I always hit on 19 and awful strategy, but you do you. Okay. I'm from Missouri. How old are you? I am 30 something, 32. What you doing? I'm carving a handle for a knife. Got a nice little primitive knife I'm working on. I think I'm going to do some like designs on here too. Hey, thank you for the gift, Zero. I appreciate you. 9 years old. Oh, wow. You sell these? Not right now. I do have an Etsy shop. I got to work on making stock for it. It's really hard for me to do that. I've got a newborn at home. Actually, the stream's going to end probably right whenever my kids get up from a nap. I just had a little bit of time to sneak outside since my Christmas plans fell through. But yeah, I'll have some stuff up on Etsy eventually. My Etsy shop is the same name as my YouTube channel. So if you want to follow that, you'll get updates. If you have an Etsy, you just go ahead and follow that, and it'll give you updates whenever I list stuff. It's been busy with work. Yeah, go ahead, tell me your sad story, Catalina. Dog died on Christmas. Oh, that sucks. Do you like to carve things? I do. Congratulations, brother. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Is this your only channel, or do you have more channels and hobbies? This is my only channel. I kind of do everything on here. I do carving, outdoor stuff, survival stuff, blacksmithing. I've done a little bit of leather work on here. I'm going to be doing some more leather work soon. Probably making a sheath for this specific knife. And some others. I've got some other knives I need to work on sheaths for. We're going to make that just a little bit longer. You can kind of see the handle there. It's not going to stay this wide, but I do want it to work. Congratulations, brother. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, hey, thanks for following my shop. I got a follow on there. But yeah. It usually doesn't give me notifications when I'm streaming. Usually all my stuff's like hidden. It's kind of nice. You seem like a very good person. I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas too, man. Happy New Year as well. I appreciate that. But yeah, not to like be too like self-promoting. Howdy, y'all. Howdy. Just followed. Thank you. But yeah, I have a lot of stuff coming down the pipe. YouTube has been kind of taking off for me a little bit. I've been doing pretty well. I mean, I've only been on here a couple months, and I'm already monetized. I'm already over 1,000 subscribers, which is really cool. If you guys want to subscribe, feel free to subscribe. I'm making a knife handle. This comes right out. I still got to glue this in, but I'm just kind of keeping this in so I can keep the orientation of the handle, in line with the blade. Probably not the wisest decision because this is razor sharp. I just sharpened this. You got my Ebo. I like what you're doing. Keep going. Thank you. Furry and everyone's making fun of me. I worked for a furry master 10 days. My mom destroyed the mask. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is there a name on the type of knife? This is kind of like my inspiration for this particular one. So there's a type of knife from Scotland. It's called a Skeen Dhu, which is I think it literally means black knife, or it's just a little tiny knife. This one's a little bit bigger than they would be. They're mostly like decorational now. Hello, everyone. Welcome. A lot of people watching today. Welcome. Come on in, everyone. Appreciate you sitting down and watching. Hope you guys have all been having a good Christmas if you celebrate. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you're having a good day anyway. But I kind of based it off that, and then I just, put these really rough hammer marks in. And so now it's just kind of like a primitive. It kind of looks like a stone knife shape almost. The knife's name is Kyle. That's funny. How's your day going? It's going all right. Definitely can't complain. My day hasn't been going exactly as I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. You gotta roll with you gotta be flexible. I thought I'd be hanging out with some family, but there's flu going around, and I got some young kids. My son's got a little low-grade fever, so we're staying at home, playing it safe. So as much as I want to be out visiting family, it was just kind of a good day to stay in. Thank you. Hope you're having a nice day too. Thank you. Can you turn the knife away from your body? Oh, like when I'm doing this? I'll pull it out for you. How about that? Be a little bit safer that way. I quenched a knife in here, cooled it down real quick, but I'm going to take a drink. Oh, excuse me. What knife am I using to carve? It's just a little Puko style knife I made. We make all kinds of stuff here on this channel. Look at the dude from Grown Ups. That's a new one too. We're gonna make a list. We're gonna make a list of people that I look like. Because I get like Jelly Roll, Bigfoot, I got Jesus a couple times this live stream, which is funny to me. Who else is it? Chumley, the guy from Duck Dynasty, just because I wear a bandana. I like the sticker on your coffee cup. Oh, this isn't a sticker. This is it's I don't know what the word for it is. I mean, it's just a little ceramic mug. Hagrid. Hagrid's a new one. I'll take that. I love. Jiller lost mad weight. Oh, man. Reminding me to make myself a nice cup of cocoa. Heck yeah. I'm just drinking a little water today. It's crying every day, night in my bed, and I was like a real cat spend like. It's a lot of money. Kevin James with a beard. Retired Army veteran and blacksmith. Oh, that's cool. Gary. That's very cool. Do you make Hey, thank you, A Hecker. Appreciate that. Merry Christmas. Sorry we can't be hanging out at your guys' place. Hope you guys are all doing well. Hope you got everyone taking some medicine for the flu. We're settling in for a nice snowstorm. Ooh, very cool. I love snow. I mean, maybe not like cool. I like snowstorms. It's 70 degrees where I'm at today, which is very unusual. It's the warmest Christmas I've ever seen, at least since 1888. Not that I was there for that one, but for my state, I think it's the warmest one since 1888, they were saying. Horseshoe knife skinners. That's cool. Is knife making what you do for a living, or is it just a hobby for now? Well, I kind of do it like on the YouTube channel. If I had my choice, it would be what I did for a living, but the way I work now, like my last week I worked was an 80-hour work week, so there's not really a lot of extra time to be doing stuff like that. So I'm trying to maybe hopefully make it into one with YouTube. Hopefully if I can, be successful enough on here to support myself, that'd be really cool. I've already made a little bit of money from here. Feel free to like and subscribe and all that. Check out my other videos. Please subscribe if you're interested in, knife making, outdoor stuff, carving, craft stuff in general, leather work. We're going to be doing a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I would be working on the knife for that today, but Merry Christmas. I like your manly beard. I'm not going to share my thoughts on that. And WV, but I'm in Benson, North Carolina. Cool. What's your favorite game? Oh, like video game? Oh, that's a tough question. I don't play a lot of new video games. I've been kind of like going through nostalgia stuff. I would say, like, I'm going to give you my favorite game series. I really love the Metroid series. I've been playing some Metroid Prime 4. Don't get a lot of time anymore, but I've had it for since release day, and I've gotten about 2 hours of play on there. It's been fun. It's not bad. I know a lot of people aren't happy with it, but let's see. Please don't slice your hand. I won't. I'm very pretty experienced carver and very experienced with knives. Very careful. Use a lot of safe cutting techniques. Let's see. By now, my nan has come to the house and to surprise me. Cat toy and the dog plushie. That's cool. Are you self-taught at carving? Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I've learned a lot of my skills from YouTube and just kind of messing around. Messing around is how you find out, after all. That's what I say. Same with knife making and everything. All my blacksmithing and woodworking is all self-taught. Hello again. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. Look like you're pretty good with your hands. What are you making exactly? I am making a very rough, primitive knife handle for this knife. I want to make it kind of ugly on purpose. I know it's kind of silly, but like, I want it to be rough looking. I want it to look like a caveman knife because the blade's very rough. Yeah, so I'm very excited for how this is going to look when it's finished. It looks so sick. Yeah, no, I think so too. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have sharpened this because, I mean, sorry if this grosses anybody out, but let's see. Let's get, yeah, I shouldn't have sharpened it just yet because, let's see where I'm at right here. It's razor sharp, guys. So, all it's gonna, oh, that didn't go in my drink, did it? Nope, good. Because all it's gonna take is a little bump on that. You should have a TV show? I wish. Oh, no. Retouch. No, what's that? Get out of here. There we go. I might go on alone, the TV show. I do survival stuff. I think it'd be really awesome to go out alone with a bunch of all my homemade stuff. Whoa, you barely put any pressure on that too. I'd be careful. Yeah, I'm gonna be careful. So we're to the point where now, so I'm gonna put my finger up here and I'm gonna put that back down where it was, and I can basically see where the end of this is. So we're gonna come through. I kind of already marked a spot. I'm going to come through and cut that. I've got a nice little Japanese fine work saw. We're going to go ahead and start cutting this. Let's see. Yeah. I still need to do the final. Man, my skin's really dry. I shouldn't have done it on my arm. Now I'm going to have that patch and everyone's going to be like, oh, why do you have that? My hunters out there who process their own game, they know. It's the time of year when you don't have a lot of arm hair. Lots of knife sharpening. I'm not sure what I want to do with the end of this yet. Might leave it a spear. Appreciate you guys all hanging out with me on Christmas. You know, I kind of had to cancel all my plans, so this is cool that people are coming in. I expect to have like 15 people. I wish on the TV show alone they never told the final person until they gave up. Hey, you won. Well, yeah, see, but usually at the end, they're like nearing death sometimes. So I don't think they could do that for like health reasons. But yeah. Sorry if I don't speak English correct. Oh, you're fine. It's good enough for me to understand. Yeah, sad thing about your mask, though. Sorry if I didn't say that earlier. Chat's going a little crazy today. I'm not used to having this many people. So we're just about through. This nice little saw. I really like it. I'm going to turn it a little bit, so I'm not cutting. There we go. That's much better. I really like this little saw. I think this thing was like a couple, maybe like 20 bucks on Amazon. It's really fine. It makes really nice cuts. So I think I might try to make a some like dovetail joinery or something with it. Oh, I'm right there. See, I'm tempted to like break that, but I'm not, because that crack could travel all the way through. And this is just a sapling. This is just a sapling that was in my yard, and I needed a handle, so I just chopped it down and did the burn in on it. We're getting there. I want to smooth that out, I think. I think that's just about where I want it, though. We're going to draw this back a little bit more, because I can kind of see, one, that it's not really even, and two, that part's kind of cutting in. You know, I wonder if I could... No, I'm not going to mess with that. Puko knife is awesome. Yeah, I love Pukos. It's my favorite kind of knife. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, my day's not terrible. Definitely a lot better now that I started doing this live stream. You know, got a lot of people coming in, a lot of positivity coming in. I definitely appreciate it. Appreciate everyone hanging out with me. Definitely made my Christmas a little better. Hi, I'm new here. Welcome. What are you going to do as a handle? Wrap it with twine or like a leather strap? I'm a pretty much... I wanted to get a kukri. Heck yeah, carving a bong. No, knife handle, man. I'm gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna leave it kind of rough. You know, this nice wood. I've got some issues right now. I need it to dry out the rest of the way because, like, when it's green like this, I can't really get these last little chips. But I like the finish that it's getting, and it'll kind of pick up dirt as I go on. I have another one that I kind of did the same, and it'll kind of pick up dirt and darken like that. I think that'll look really cool. I don't know what I'm doing with the sheath yet, though. How about that? I don't know what's going on with my mics. My mics have been... I don't know if the battery's just dead. You hear me now? Cool. Thanks for letting me know. Up close, that looks cool, seeing all the individual shave lines. Yeah, for sure. That's kind of the vibe I'm going for. Yeah, sorry about that. But what I was saying, what was I saying? Last we heard, you don't know what you're doing with the sheath. Oh yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with the sheath on this yet. But I was talking about going off on a tangent about how I hadn't done anything for a long time. Someone said doing what you love every day really helps, and it really does. It had been like several years since I had even gone out into the woods or done any of the crafts that I'm very passionate about. I should have left this on so I had a nice little bit of a handle so I could shave this down some more, but I think we'll be okay. I do want to leave kind of a nice little well at the end. This nice little, like, it's going to be a little bit smaller, but when it's in a sheath, it'll be kind of nice because I like to have my sheaths be kind of deep so I can grab it with a pinky for whenever I want to use it. Knife and carving technical support, this man can do it all. Thank you. That's funny. Alright, I agree with the advice, but what if you can't find doing what you love? What do you mean by that? You mean you can't find... What do you mean by that? Cows hit. You mean you're having trouble finding your passion? Things you're passionate about? Looks so good. You look so good, so huggable. Thank you. That's funny. I appreciate the compliment. Hope everyone's having a good Christmas. Did you guys hear that? Sounded like an explosion in the distance. The thing you love will come to you one day out of the blue. Hey, Depression Talk. Sorry if you said something earlier and I didn't notice you. Chat's going a little crazy today. I've definitely got a little bit more people in my live stream than I usually do. Need to get in the woods. It's like meditation. Yes. Very much so. It's always good. I haven't been in a while. My last video I did, I think was, haven't fired up my forge in years. You should, man. Absolutely should. It's waiting for you. Oh, all good, buddy. I thought you were saying it looked like it said AI good, buddy. I'm like, this isn't AI. I've been accused of being AI, which is very funny to me. I already got one of the dead internet people, conspiracy people. What are you planning for today? Have a Merry Christmas. I'm just doing a little bit of carbon. Just I'm out here just telling my kids wake up from their nap. Yeah, but yeah, not a whole lot going on today. Just doing this little live stream and going back in to hang out with the wife. We're playing a game of war before the kids went down for a nap, so we'll probably finish that up. But no big Christmas plans this year. There's a flu going around, and my son's got a little low-grade fever, so we don't want to get him more sick. We don't want to get my daughter sick. We don't want to get sick, and we don't want to get anyone else sick. So I'm working on a handle for this knife. Just doing a little bit of carving, just making this a little bit more comfortable in the hand. A little bit of just a little cool little handle. Very primitive handle, literally from a sapling. The internet theory is crazy, yeah it is. But I'm gonna sleep because it's almost midnight there. Wow, you have a good night. Good night, you have a good one. Be safe, please. Merry Christmas, y'all. You too. I think I'm gonna I definitely want to make a live stream bingo sheet. So I need to add all the people. Sweet, thank you. You know, wedge it or epoxy in there. I'm gonna go with the whole primitive theme here, and I'm going to put what is it called? Pine pitch glue. I'm gonna use pine pitch glue to glue it in. So if this handle messes up and cracks because it's something new I've never tried, I can just heat up the blade and pull it out. I think what I meant is I need to find hobbies or something that'll bring enjoyment back into my life. Yeah, for sure. Can't remember where the saying is from, but there's a quote where it's like butterfly is a happiness. Happiness is like a butterfly. Someone's enjoying a motorcycle on Christmas. I mean, it's like 70 degrees. Why not? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, butterfly. Happiness is like a butterfly. If you chase it, it'll always fly away from you. But when you sit still, it'll eventually come to you. I butchered that quote. Someone knows that quote. Where's my family? They are inside taking a nap. Like sap. Yeah. So you take pine sap and mix it with charcoal and a little bit of fibrous material. You take that and you mix it together, melt it together, and it makes a very primitive glue. It's what our like caveman ancestors used. I mean, I still use it today, but it's really nice because you can just heat it. You heat up the fire, heat it up on a fire, and then you just melt it onto whatever you're going to use, and it sets. It's like a hot glue, caveman hot glue. I'll make a video showing how to make it, and I'll probably glue this knife handle in with that. Actually, shoot, I mean, I don't know, depends on what my time looks like out here. How much longer my kids are going to sleep. My daughter usually sleeps for like an hour or two, but I'm pretty much waiting for my wife to hop in the chat and tell me to go back inside. But yeah, I mean, honestly, searching for passions, you know, just kind of look for what you like, you know, try different things out. I think it helps to not have the expectancy that it'll bring joy back to your life. Just kind of do things until you realize, you know, it has come back. That'd kind of be my advice. I mean, I'm just a dude, though. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just a guy. Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas. Learning something every day. That's funny. I think you should. I think it's a big thing. I don't believe that we ever stop learning. I think we learn till the day we leave the planet. Looking pretty rough. I mean, these little rough bits, I'm going to have a real hard time getting those out until this is dried out. So I'm just doing this. I'm going to dry it out in some wood shavings. Just nice and slow so it doesn't crack, or cracks as little as possible. I kind of don't mind the cracks. Because I think that's going to kind of add to the look. You know, that very primitive, rough, caveman-esque look. I'm really excited to get out and start using this knife, though. I think I'm going to do a survival challenge coming up on my YouTube channel. I think I'm going to do a survival challenge where I just go out with just tools and kit that I've made. I think that'd be really cool. Thanks, bro. The earth is flat. Certain places, maybe. The salt flats are pretty flat. What you stand on is flat. When you elevate yourself, the perspective of the surface changes, Horsey. Yes. I'm gonna be honest, whenever people tell me they're flat earthers, I never believe them. I just think they're trolling or doing it for the memes. I'm gonna be real with you. What do we think of that, guys? I kind of like the way this wells out, but I'm gonna transition this a little bit more because that bump is kind of annoying. So I think I'm gonna straighten this out, kind of smooth this out a little bit, because that kind of gives a little bit of a hot spot. So I'm gonna thin that out. Maybe I'll like kind of smooth this out in the back. Nice view. Oh, are you talking about here? Because this is just a bush in my yard, my man. Yeah, I think that looks a lot better. We're gonna get rid of that extra little bump right there too, though. We're just gonna start doing some refining. And then this one might be done until this dries out, because it's a little annoying to try to get a nice clean cut finish, because I'm not going to sand this, I don't think, until it dries out. Now I could do some stuff to dry this out, like I could build a little fire and start to dry it out quickly over that, but there's a big chance that'll crack it. And it's like I do kind of want some cracks, but I don't want it to be too much, because I want to balance between like the looks of it and I want it to still be durable enough to use for a while. Like I do anticipate having to replace this handle eventually. Very rough, but I think this is going to look pretty sick, guys. I think that's already looking very primitive, very caveman-esque, and it's got a very nice, I really like this swell on the back. I think this will be really nice for processing some wood. I really like that the handle's just about the same size. That means I can do a handle style like this, or for a sheath style like this. My name is Danny. Hello, Danny. Wait, awkward. Weren't you just... Eh? But yeah, so we're just going to refine a little bit more. Like this bump here needs to go. We're just going to kind of, and I'm going to do some decorative carving on here too. Not today, got to wait for it to dry off. Plus I have no idea when my wife and kids are going to be up. Could be like 20 minutes from now. Could be like 5 seconds from now. But yeah, so we're pretty much just going to hang out until then. I've got some other stuff I can work on until then. I do need to start carving the handle for this little guy I worked on a minute ago. I'm gonna glue this guy in the same way. There we go. But yeah, I'm gonna trim this down, start shaping that handle. 6'7" and a Merry Christmas. Gosh. I love the brain rot memes, guys. You guys all having a good Christmas? What'd you guys get? You guys get anything good? Nice handle, you're very talented. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm liking the way it's turning out for sure. I was kind of worried when I started doing it that it was going to be not good. We got a little bit of refining still we can do on it. Gonna try to bring this, even this up a little bit more. I am gonna trim it down a little bit more, just because this overhang stuff right here is an easy break point. So if I drop it or knock it against a tree when I'm out in the woods, you know, as I'm like going through stuff or what have you, I don't want to mess it up. I got a subscription to a mystery tackle box. That's awesome, Zero. Heck yeah. That's definitely cool. Man, I kind of forget subscription boxes exist sometimes. It's been so long since I've gotten one. Oh, man. I was going to do like battle box for survival stuff. But like right before I was like literally, they had one that like made a lot of people stop using BattleBox, and it was like the bathing one. They gave like a soap grenade and a bunch of other like really lame stuff, and a lot of people were really mad. And then I was like, if their stuff's going to be kind of lame like that going forward, I don't want it. I mean, they definitely have some cool stuff in BattleBox, but I'm kind of picky on my gear, I'm gonna be honest. That's cool though, Zero. Kind of look like Kevin James. I hear that. I've heard that a couple times. I've got, isn't that the Paul Blart Mall Cop guy? I think that's Paul Blart Mall Cop. The grown-ups guy. Okay, cool. What's my dream car? Ooh. It's gonna be a weird take, but I really love like old Volkswagens, like the classic Volkswagens. Like a Volkswagen Superbus. Would love that, man. Nice lime green color. I don't know why. I've just always loved them. The Volkswagen Thing is also really weird looking, and I really love the way it looks. It's got like that nice like industrial like war look to it. Looks like it's like a war Jeep or something. But they're just so weird. I really like weird cars. I know that's probably not the answer most people want. Like any of the car people in the chat are gonna be like, ugh. But yeah, Volkswagen bus. The old Volkswagen Beetles are really cool too. Chevy convertible 1957 would be pretty cool. I really like classic cars. I'm not much for like, oh, it has to have all the bells and whistles. I hate that my car has a little computer in it. I've just got a little 2010. I mean, but it's got too much technology for my taste, which is funny because I'm a big technology guy. I love technology, but not in my car. It causes way too many problems. kind of evening that out there. We're going to get rid of these saw marks on the top there. You can kind of see how it looks smooth on top there, right here. We're just going to do that. I might put like a little piece of copper on the end of this just to kind of, kind of flatten this out. Attach it. I just don't know if I want to put that much work into this knife. Maybe I'll glue a piece of deer antler or something on it. Just something a little decorative. Make it a little bit cooler. Because I don't even, this is just a water sycamore. Berserker Guts. Hey, it's Possum! Welcome, Possum. Merry Christmas. Berserk Guts loves the M3. It's actually a good pick, but finding parts of the Volkswagen bus is tough. Yeah, it would be fun. We used to have a window van, put extra seats in. Yeah, that'd be cool. I like vans. I mean, they're really practical vehicles. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, for certain stuff, I love the idea of van life. If I was not a married, father, if I was all by myself, I'd be very tempted to live in a van. Go wherever I want, see the country, work out of it. I could do, stuff to make a little money on the side. Go and do shows, make stuff. I've like literally designed out like a van with a basically a mobile forge set up in the back, because that'd be really cool. Get down into the little finishing parts of this. Let's get it last little bit cleaned up. We've got some like deep cut marks I need to smooth out, and then I need to transition those cuts, getting those marks out. But I think we're just about getting close to being done with this handle. We'll start working on the next. We'll just keep going until my wife gets up. I also love big cars like Nissan Patrol, Mitsubishi, Motorsport. Sorry, I had a bug flew on my face. Huh. But yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool. So I'm a big I've got a lot of wanderlust. I want to see everything and everywhere. And if I had, really cool mobile setup to do stuff, I think I'd be a pretty happy guy. But, I'm a pretty happy guy now. I got a nice family, potentially a budding YouTube career, hopefully, fingers crossed. Like and subscribe, everyone. I would really love to do that. I have a Patreon even now. Ooh. I could show the Patreon. Be a typical YouTuber. I have a Patreon, it's in my description. $1, $5 tiers only right now until I get to 5,000 subscribers. Then I'll do some really cool stuff. I'm going to have to transition and go this way, so I can kind of ride the grain. This will dry out pretty quick now that I've cut that end off, because this end, pretty dry. This end, not so much. In my city, it's hard to find supercars or any cool classic cars. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I like cars that run. Like, that's my dream car. I just want something that's super reliable. That's not crazy expensive. I've thought about doing an electric vehicle, but I mean, just so I could do like be completely off the grid with it, basically. I saw a proposed idea for a van that was like the whole outside of the van was covered in solar panels, and it provided, between that and the Ooh, we're actually going to do like a cool little finish on the top of this. But between the alternator, the regenerative, it had a thing where the brakes would make more energy too whenever you braked. Whenever you would brake, it would use the resistance and the shocks and all that. It was like it had extended the range of the vehicle to be like 600-700 miles per full charge, just because the little things, I mean, they wouldn't permanently keep it going, but it would help extend it a lot. I'm really liking the way, cleaning that up on the top, I'm really liking the way that's looking. I think I want to continue with that and use this other spoon knife to just take out little tiny cuts to do some decorative little cuts on there. See how this works. It's definitely working pretty well to get the top little layer off. I'm not quite getting exactly what I want because I think they're going to be a little too big chunks taken out, but we can get all this white build up and saw marks out. Yeah, I'm really liking the way this is looking, guys. Hopefully my parents are in the chat. I know my mom said she was looking forward to watching any live stream I did. I'm gonna be honest, that was a little bit of my motivation for doing a bit of a live stream. I would be doing some forging, but I don't want to get the forge hot and get running and then have my wife be like, okay, it's time to come in. Because just out here while the kiddos taking out. Looking good. I think we're just about there. See if I can get some of these rough cuts out of here without making new ones, because I don't, especially over here, I don't want to thin it out much more. I'm going to use, we're going to try the Mora Bushcraft Black, get a little trim on there, see if we can't do this. I really like how well Mora, this Mora Bushcraft Black cuts, and I really like having 90-degree spines on my knives. Hello, bro. Greetings from Indonesia. Hello from America. Welcome to the live stream. So, but I really like having a 90-degree spine on it to strike a ferrocerium rod, but I really don't like it for fine carving, because whenever I'm doing really fine stuff, especially if I'm doing stuff, you know, like where I'm really trying to dial in a carving, having my finger on the back of the knife, that 90-degree spine really bites into your finger. And I find it's not a big deal for just like a little bit. Like, I could probably carve this project and it'd be fine. But if I'm doing this for hours and doing multiple things, gotta say, it really makes a hot spot. So, not a big fan of that. But I'm a big fan of the edge geometry of this, which, I mean, it's just basically a normal Mora, so realistically there's no difference between that and a Mora Companion when it comes to the knife geometry. And this has a rounded off spine, and yeah, that's so much more comfortable to use. I've subscribed to you. Thank you. Hello and welcome, Steve Chicken. We're actually going to switch to this because this is a nice little knife to carve with. It's leaving a pretty good finish. I'm thinking my edge is just a little too round. I mean, these are essentially like handle size is almost the same, blade size almost the same. But this is a convex grind, kind of hard to see. Convex versus Scandinavian grind. It's a little bit thinner. Thinner knives tend to make for a little bit slicier knives. Hi and welcome, everyone. Welcome to the live stream. Don't know how much longer we're going to be out here. Just out here while the kids are taking a nap. think we're just about done with this handle. I think we're going to switch to another handle, start carving that. Hope everyone's having a good day today. Just really making sure to keep this even on both sides, because it'll feel weird in the hand if it doesn't. This is going to be a nice little handle for a really primitive looking rough handle for this primitive rough looking knife. I think I really like that. I'm going to smooth this out, but I really like how comfortable this is in the hand. Yeah, that's really nice, guys. I do want to, I think, thin this out just a little bit more up here, just because it does feel like it's trying to push my hand a little bit more forward than I like. And I think I want to have this kind of come in a little bit more too. I think I want to make a little bit of a finger well there. How I have this in the front, I want to do that in the back right there. So we're going to go ahead and start working on that. Yeah, I'm liking the way that's looking. I think that'll be a little bit more comfortable. So we cut from one way, and then we're going to come back from the other way. Get all those chips out of there. And all those cuts. Yeah, look at that, guys. I'm liking that a lot more. So now that we've made that kind of cut, got that in there. It's not going to be the prettiest knife, but I kind of wanted it to be kind of rough and ugly. So now we've got a nice pinky well there. We've got a four-finger well there. And that's just, oh man, I'm going to do a little bit more. I'm going to push this little bump a little bit more forward. This is why, this is how I've made most of my knife handles, which is a good and a bad thing. If you're making knives just for yourself, you really learn what you like in a knife handle. But most of my knives are made for my hand, so it's kind of hard to make knives for people with smaller hands. I've got some pretty big hands. I wear 2X size gloves, so like my wife, I mean, I hand her one of my handles and her hand only comes to like here, but you know, I've got these big old hands. Yeah, that's really comfortable now. So we're gonna clean that up. Kind of come in and try to make as long of a cut as possible, just to make it as smooth and as nice as possible in there. And it'll add some nice, these nice cut marks that when it dries, it's got like all these individual spots to kind of pick up dirt like that as I use the knife. And I think that looks really cool, especially with this kind of like caveman knife, modern caveman knife aesthetic that I'm kind of going for here. And this nice white wood too. I'm going to do some nice carvings on it as well. Some full rosing, it's called. Are you gonna add an inlay of some kind to the handle? Probably not for this one. I want this one to be like really primitive and plain. I think I want this to just kind of be, I thought about doing like a wire wrap inlay somewhere on there, like maybe like right here, do a really like single layer of like a thick copper wrap that would look, it would kind of patina and it would look really primitive and cool. Actually, I have a knife that kind of has something similar. I guess I left it inside. but I have something kind of similar to that. So yeah, I'm gonna keep having to chase these little cuts forever unless I let this dry out. I can kind of get some of them, but I don't want to keep having to chase. So when you cut from one direction then go to the other, it creates a new cut to chase, and it's just an endless cycle, and I don't want to thin that out much more at all. So I think I'm going to come up here and get some of the cuts up here out, and then we're going to switch to the other handle. Let this dry out, do its thing. But I really, really dig the way this is going to look. I think on the, I think I'm going to try to do some like Pictish designs, which is like before the Celtic people. They were in Ireland and Scotland, I believe. I believe they were mostly Scottish, actually. But they had some really interesting symbols, and I really like them. They're very primitive, very easy line work. Yeah, see, I'm going to keep having to chase lines forever. All right, I think it's time to put this aside. We've got the general outline, general shape done. It's comfortable in the hand. We're going to let this kind of sit and do its thing. I might smooth this out a little bit too whenever I get to working on it. What do you guys think? I think that looks pretty sick. I think we're gonna do, I've got a buck skin I need to, a deer skin I need to tan, so maybe we'll use some of that with some fur on. I think that'd be really cool. Very excited. I think I'm gonna also do a little bit of file work on the spine, because it's very plain, and I don't want to use this as a striker for a ferro rod. So I think I'm going to do some file work. Hey! A lot of our language and culture comes from that. The Celts invaded Ireland as well. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. I'm very much into like all the cool ancestral artwork and everything. But yeah, I'm going to set this guy aside. Let it dry out in the air for now. But I really like it. I really like the way this end is looking. You know, I've got all these rough marks on it, but it'll kind of pick up dirt as I go along. Ah, man, it's so rough in some spots. I need to leave it alone. Tell me to leave it alone. But really like it. Really dig it. It's going to be my new like woods carry for a while. I'm also going to etch the blade, darken it in some spots. I think I'll probably put a design on there. Maybe I'll leave it plain. Who knows? Let's see. What are you trying to do now? I'm going to go ahead and carve this handle. I know that's not the most entertaining, but I honestly didn't think I'd be able to do the live stream this long. I thought my kids would be awake by now. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave this on here because this is not sharp. I can run my finger on this all day. The tip might be a little sharp, but I'm going to go ahead and start sharpening this. Or shaping this. I kind of want, I think I'm just going to kind of make this flat. I'm going to flatten out these sides, and then, I don't know, we're just going to play with it as I go through. I'm actually going to just kind of mark the orientation of the blade so I just kind of generally know that we're going to want it flat on this side. We're going to round the top off. But I've been really liking this primitive, you know, I've got a lot of these little primitive handles on things right now. And I've been really liking it because, like, especially like this one, this is the first one I kind of did in the style lately. It picks up the dirt, the carving, the carve marks from actually carving the piece really show through. And it ends up looking really rustic and really, really nice, I think. Hello, back after some chores. Welcome back. We're carving another handle now. We're working on the handle for this little carving knife that I definitely overheated. So yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Whew, that was scary. So we're just kind of flattening it out now. We're gonna kind of work the, excuse me, a little bit. work the sides a little bit. I should be saving this bark that I'm shaving off because I'll use that for my tanning solution for tanning the hide. I'm going to be doing some bark tanning pretty soon here. Uh-oh. Man, this one will be done pretty quick. This wood's still really green, but I really like, I'm going to leave these nice long cuts in here. I don't want this to be too round, but I don't want it to be too square either. We're going to round off these edges, kind of come in, hit it with some of these, so that way the cracks don't want to form there. Doesn't really matter if this is perfect, but I also want the dry bits to go away. Just about good. We don't want to leave any high spots because those will crack very easily. And we're going to transition those cuts, do a cut in between. Yeah, I really like this Mora companion for this. You can kind of see the cracks. I'm not too worried about this. This is going to be a little carving knife. Okay, whatever. It's not going to focus. Only some barks have tannin in them. This one, that is absolutely true. But this bark specifically from this sumac is very rich in tannic acid. It's actually what they use commercially for the most part for making leather. It's just a happy coincidence that I picked this tree to make a handle out of. A bunch of handles. All my handles lately have been made out of the same tree. That's pretty much it, guys, with that one. So I mean, that's pretty much what I wanted. I think I'm going to flatten it out a little bit more on that side. I'm going to keep that blade in there. Hopefully not do exactly that. We're going to pull that out. I just want it to be a little flat on one side. We're kind of going for like an oval. But we don't want it to be too much of a sharp. We kind of want that shape. The back end is not as important. We're going to kind of transition that line a little bit better. Oh, it's sumac. I thought it was cherry. Oh, a cherry also has a lot of quite a bit of tannins in it. So because of this type of knife, this little carver that it's going to be, I want to be able to really get in close, and this little bump here will get in the way. So we're going to get rid of that little bump so I have access to the full blade, which this wood's just, man, so nice to carve. We don't want to be too aggressive taking stuff because we can always be slow about it and take more off, but we can never put any more back on. Transition that from those cuts now. Kind of got it very much closer. It's going to be tilted forward a little bit, I think, which is fine. So now that looks a little wonky, so I'm going to even it up on the other side. You know, it really doesn't matter how it looks, it just matters how it works. But, you know, I believe it should have a little bit, should look okay, you know. Aesthetics aren't necessary, but they certainly add something. I think that looks pretty good. So now we're going to kind of follow that shape. Kind of got that thing, so try it out like I would be using it. I think I want to kind of taper off this back end. This is kind of my creation process. This is just kind of how I generally work. Gonna taper that off, so it's kind of got this look to it. I'm gonna get rid of that nub in there. I don't think that looks very nice. Bang, bang, boop. I think it looks a lot better. I think it's starting to look like a little carving knife. Now I want to get rid of this. It's got a nice little bump there. Get rid of that too. Then we just want to blend in with little cuts. How that comes up, don't like that, so we're going to come over, smooth the whole bottom out, kind of tapering it towards the back because that's kind of the shape it's taking on. I'm liking that. I think that's pretty much where we're going to leave it. Make sure it's comfortable in the hand. That's nice. I think the reason I didn't like that is because it kind of pokes into your pinky when you're working stuff. So yeah, I think this is going to be really nice. I still need to put an edge on here. Not going to do that on live stream because it'd be very loud. Merry Christmas, everyone. Hey, Viking. Merry Christmas. Hey, Lions. Welcome back. Someone, it was really funny. Lions, it was really funny the other day. Someone was in my chat and they were like, oh, you should check out Lions Fix-It Shop. And I'm like, that's really funny. I have. He comes and hangs out in my chat. He comes to my live streams sometimes. I think it looks good. Lions, you missed. Just carving a little handle for this little carving knife, which is funny. Great looking knife, buddy. Thank you. But yeah, we just got done with this one first. Is calling this kind of like my modern caveman knife. Carving that. Really like the profile of that. Really love the way it fits in the hands, but we got to finish it up. Go over it with sandpaper. I would. This one's going to stay the way it is because of a knife finish is very nice. This one's got some complex shapes. I got to get these knocked out. This stuff knocked out eventually, but I gotta wait for it to dry before I can do any of that because this side's dry, this side's not. Oh. Well, maybe it's drying out a little bit more. We'll have to watch out for cracks, but it still feels pretty moist in the middle. Let's see. I will go over it with sandpaper at the end. But yeah, really, it does. It's funny because, like, you say wild, but yeah, it definitely looks like a Wildman knife. Maybe that's what I'll call this one. I really dig that. But, I wanted it to be... It's functional. It has a lot of features that I really like. I'm excited. I'm going to do some Pictish engravings, I think, on the sheath for this. But, man, this is really comfortable. It's made perfect for my hand. Like, finger choil there, basically. This little wedge goes between my pinky and ring finger, and then a nice little well for my middle finger to sit in. And it's the swell on the back perfectly fits my palm. It's been a very fun process, but I didn't want this one to look, you know, as aesthetically nice as something like this, you know, this broom handle style knife, kind of an egg shape. I mean, this is really comfortable, but this one's made specifically for my hand. It's definitely got some big hands. Yeah, I definitely got some big hands for sure. Here's a normal sized Bic. I mean, I like not. I mean, I don't have like huge hands. I mean, they're 2X or something. But yeah, okay. Well, we're waiting for my wife. Couldn't have made that hat like that. You know, my 10-year-old shop class. A hat? How'd you make the metal look like that? Oh, are you talking about this one? Or are you talking about the other one? Or I guess both. Same technique for both. I forged the knives, and I just hit the, this one I hit it with a hammer that has a cross peen pattern on it, so I just turned it sideways and struck it like this. Put a bunch of little hammer marks in it. Just kind of wanted to leave that in there. Doing coal rosing, do you wait for the wood to dry and do it, or is the wood still wet? You can do both. I've done most of my coal rosing on wet wood. I think you should probably wait till it's dry. Because now that I'm thinking back, I've done it on some wet wood, and when I do it on wet wood, it doesn't want to stay as well as if it's dry. Is this considered whittling? I'd say it's whittling. I mean, I pretty much was whittling away on this. I hate that bump right there. All right, I'm gonna do a little bit more work on this, guys. Just a little bit. I just need a little bit more. This isn't one of the spots that's gonna make me have to cut back and forth forever. Not like these little curved parts where if I make a cut and then I have to go the other way to get rid of it, and then I have to go the other way to get rid of that, and it just makes a fluffy mess, and I need to stop. Let's see. Why America torture innocent people with microwaves? I don't know what that means. Anyway, honest question. I've had folks asking me if I did whittling, and I wasn't sure exactly what it was. I don't know what exactly defines whittling. Like, I know, like, the small, like, chip carving and everything, that's technically whittling. But, like, when I carve a kuksa or a bowl, I don't think that's technically whittling. I think that's just carving. I'm not 100%, man. I'm not really sure on that. Huh. Taking wood away with a knife is whittling. But what if I use a bandsaw? What if I'm only using a bandsaw? Is that technically whittling? Someone is grilling outside right now on Christmas. Dude, and it smells amazing. I love that, though. I love that that's the thing. I made jokes about grilling today. I think I know what my next little project's going to be real quick, guys. I think I want to make a... I know what we're going to work on. You'll see. I'm just going to put everything. I got a nice little box I've been putting everything in as I go. We're going to try something. We're going to do a little furniture. Bruh. Oh, there you are. Sorry. Okay. My wife's here. Oh, I didn't see your thing. Sorry, chat's going by really quick. SOS. I'm already subbed. That's funny. Alright, so whittling with a knife is whittling. Carving requires work with different tools, I would say. Like, do you do different metals and rocks? I do a little bit of I mean, I do blacksmithing. I do flint knapping and all that too. I don't do much of it though, but not with, I mean, rock working with I don't do much flint knapping. But yeah, so my wife is telling me I gotta come in. The kids have awoken from their nap. This was just gonna be a short little live stream. I'm lucky I got the hour and a half I got. There's metal scale and wood shavings in here now. All right. Have you made blades made of rocks and ores? Different rocks and ores. I've used different metals. Yeah. The love even. Oh, bro, stone blade is wild. Yeah. Let's see. Merry Christmas, Barb Hopkins. Oh my gosh, live? Yeah, did you not know this was live, my guy? Oh, the live even. Oh yeah. Steel blades, don't be daft. I mean, you could use other stuff. I mean, there's iron blades out there. I'm gonna have to cut this in a second, guys. The kids have awoken from their nap. Mighty evil curses the land again. The crawling chaos awakens. These knives were sharp rocks. Yes, they were. But yeah. All right, everyone. You guys, flint shirt. Yeah. Done a little bit of that. So you guys all have a really great night. Merry Christmas, everyone. If you celebrate Christmas. If not, I hope you have a good day anyway. Clinton's good until it breaks. Yeah, 100%. Swarm of mosquitoes coming. Yes, it's definitely my time to go in. So, everyone, you guys all have a really great night. Merry Christmas. Spend some time with your families if you got them. If not, you know, spend some time with each other. Your other loved ones. Make sure to subscribe, see future stuff. Very nice live, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Just try Obsidian. I've done a little bit with Obsidian. I don't like flint knapping as much. I'm gonna be honest. So my whole thing with flint knapping is, while I'm doing it, making small arrowheads, that's one thing, but like making knives, it's like so much work goes into them, so much skill goes into them, and no matter what I do with I could put 100 hours into making the most perfect obsidian knife ever. And if I was going to use it every day, I would prefer an actual like metal knife that I made. I mean, it's an important skill to preserve. It's just not very practical because they're so fragile, and once they chip out, and once you sharpen them enough, they go away. And that's true for these. A nice steel knife. But this is going to last. I could pass this down to my kids if I take care of it right. An obsidian knife, if you use that the same way you use this, it'd be gone in a couple of years tops. Now it's like I said, it's an important skill to keep. In the world, skill preservation. I believe that's very important when it comes to stuff like that. The traditional crafts are very important, especially our ancestral skills like that. It's just not for me personally. It's very cool though. Alright. Look into the Iron Age, quite interesting. I am an Iron Age reenactor. I do Viking Age reenactment. But yeah. I do Viking Age reenactment. I'm gonna probably be doing more videos on that now. Once I start actually getting back into the woods. Sorry, I'm just packing up over here. Throwing all my tools in my little tool bag so I can go back in and help my wife with the kiddos. But yeah, I do Viking Age reenactment. It's really fun. It's really cool. I really like making the stuff. I'm going to be doing that a lot more now that it's cooling off a little bit outside. It's hard to walk around with heavy Viking Age gear. Alright. Yeah. Oh, you're talking to them. Okay. Okay, good point. I have a metal suggestion though. Maybe tungsten or titanium. Those are cool, but it's one, they're very expensive. Two, they're hard to forge, and cutting them takes a lot of it costs a lot of money to cut and shape tungsten and titanium. Titanium would probably be the best choice, but you'd never be able to sharpen it if it got dull. It would take longer to get dull, but it'd be really hard to sharpen back up. That's why I really like steel, because you can it's easier to maintain. It's a nice little in-between. Let's see. Aren't you gonna drink some shots for Christmas? Maybe when I get inside I'll have some. I asked for a rock that is what he grabbed. IDK, what to do with it? I asked for a rock, that is what he grabbed. Oh, obsidian? Yeah, obsidian's cool. I mean, if you want to learn how to, flint knap, obsidian's a good one for sure. But yeah, practice on flint and chert first, because obsidian will break a little bit easier in the final product. So practicing on flint and chert to get your skills dialed in for that. Yeah, but yeah, all right, you guys. Has to be hot to melt it, best to admire it, I guess. Yeah. All right, everyone. You guys all have a great night. Merry Christmas again. Thanks for hanging out. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. See you guys in the next one. I'll let you finish closing your things. Bye. I've subbed. You're a great YouTuber. Thank you. Appreciate that. You guys all have a great night. Merry Christmas. Have a great night. Get out in the woods. Stay safe, and watch out for Santa. All right, you guys have a good one.